Yo, yo, yo. It's Marcus Terrell. Hey, how you doing? You guys all right? Hey, Fabulous Mommy World. Hey, Lala. No prob. What's going on? No, I have Super Chat. Fabulous Mommy World. I have Super Chat now, but I don't have like Cash App or American apps or anything like that. I just got Super Chat this week because I got monetized. So that's the other form of payment I have now. Lala, I'm good. I gotta maintain the positive mindset and not let people get to me. It's hard to deal with people that are, you know, got issues. I don't want people to make their issues mine in my, my real life, not on here. I'm talking about like, people acting crazy. Trying to remain calm. But last 2 days, I've had two arguments with people, and it's not been good. And I'm not an argumentative type of person. I hate arguing, to be honest. Sometimes I walk away, and sometimes I go off it, and then I shouldn't, because I shouldn't give people my energy. But uh, one of my nephews got on my nerves today, and I had to put him in his place because he thinks he could talk to me like he talks to his friends at school. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking to, but I'll beat your ass. So I had to put him in his place today. It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last time. But I'm not gonna let my 16-year-old nephew talk to me the way he wants to. Because I didn't when I was that age, I would never talk to my uncles the way that he does. But he's big and strong, and he thinks he could do whatever he wants. Well, I bring him back to reality today. unfortunately, he's been through a lot with a divorce with his parents and stuff, but that I'm not the person to be taking shit out on. Like, I ain't doing nothing to you. And it was just a stupid little, flare up little argument thing where, he disrespected me and I had to put him in his place. And it's not the first time because he thinks he's brave. See, when you get 16 years old and you're 6 foot tall and you want to talk down on me, that ain't gonna happen. He talks, but he won't do nothing because he knows I will beat his ass. But it's hard though. We were brought up differently. This generation, they don't even know what getting beat up is. They don't even know what getting punished is. See, there's too many parents give them too much leeway. A lot of these kids are too friendly with their parents, and their parents give them too much because they went through bullshit. So like a lot of this generation learn from each other. Even if their mother and their father says, "Hey, you do this, you do that." Oh, but my friend at school don't do that. Oh, he can do this and he did that. Why can't we? I remember telling my parents the same thing, but I couldn't say certain things around my parents. You'll get your ass beaten. But these kids, you can't even touch them. If you do, you can get in trouble. But I'm not a violent person, but sometimes I have to threaten. Then when I threaten him, he either leaves like he did today, or he or he keeps talking and talking until I threaten him some more. So it's just a shame how this generation is. They have no respect. They just don't fucking care. So I'm not the one. I ain't gonna let no punk ass fucking nephews of mine talk to me in any way. That ain't happening. So he's the only one who does it. My other nephews don't say that shit to me, and they don't treat me that way. And he's just like his father. Unfortunately, his father's left us, abandoned those kids a year ago, and he reminds me of him a lot. Always running his mouth, always talking and disrespecting people and verbally abusing somebody, or can't take a joke, or very sensitive. It's just like it's a weird energy I never understand with him. And he's been like that forever, even though his mother says he hasn't. But I know him very well. I have a video of him when he was young. He was like maybe 4 or 5 years old, and he wanted this car that I had, and the car was like a collectible, right? And I said, "You can't have that car. It's mine, and you can't have it. One day I'll get you one." So I have a video of him when he was 5 years old, and I showed him. I said, "See how ignorant you was? You were 5 years old." And then his mother, my sister, said, "Oh, he learned that from his dad." I said, "Well, that shit's got to stop because his dad ain't here no more, and that shit ain't gonna play around here because he's gonna get hurt." And then I'm not gonna speak to him anymore because I told him I'll treat you just like I treat your dad. We lived in the same house, but I didn't say nothing. I didn't speak to him. I threatened him in his own house plenty of times. You ain't talking to me like you think you are. You must be out of your damn mind. If I'm not disrespecting you, now I can understand if I'm disrespecting you, then yeah, you could disrespect me back if I started. But you're just not gonna outright disrespect me and think you're gonna get away with it. That shit ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to deal with this generation these days because they're all like they all got bad attitudes, bad behavior, and I've told them 1,000 times, like, you got to stop doing that shit. You can't talk to us like that. You don't talk to your teachers like that at school, so you can't talk to us like that. We're not your fucking friends. We're paying your way, you little brat. You know? The fuck you think you're talking to? And I don't care if he's been through a divorce or not. That's no excuse to treat me, the person who loves you and cares about you the way you do. You're not supposed to call me names and carry on to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why God ain't gave me no damn kids, because I'll beat their asses. The fuck you think you're talking to? You must be crazy. I respect my elders and you should respect me. If you don't respect me, then we're gonna have a problem. Because if I ain't doing nothing to you for you not to disrespect me, then don't do it. Same thing on here. If you come in here and respect me, I'm gonna respect you. You come in here and disrespect me, then you're gonna get an earful, and you're not gonna like it. So you give what you take and take what you give. You know. So it's hard. This generation is very disrespectful, and I've seen it with a lot of people. Like, but no way, I could never talk to my parents like that. Hell no, or my uncles. No way in hell. We couldn't even swear in that house. You'd be out of your damn mind. What? If I said fuck at him, or like I could say, man, we got a way of saying like shit or something like that. But like we couldn't say asshole, bitch, bastard, fuck. We couldn't say none of that shit at him. You get your ass beat. You be in your room hiding all fucking night. My mom come around that corner with that wooden spoon and cut my ass if I said all that shit. Or even tried to disrespect her. Or my dad. My dad gave me an open hand ringer. If it meets him to me to the floor. That's why we never really got beat up when we were kids. Because we knew all they had to do is go, hey, and that was it. Now it's like talking back and like back and forth and ying. No, that's hey, fuck that. Uh-uh. I put them all in their place. You fuck you think you're talking to? You must be crazy. You forget who you're talking to. You know where I came from? You know where I was born? You didn't take none of that lip service, none of that bullshit come around here. I told him I'll take a piece of 2x4 and beat your ass. I don't care how tall or big you are. Hey Rudy, how you doing? But the thing is with him, he's like, he's no, but he gets the thing is, he gets attention from me and my sister. He knows better because me and my sister don't do that shit. He don't see me and my sister disrespecting our parents. You know what I'm saying? And he saw his dad disrespect his mom and his dad disrespect people. But you shouldn't be learning from your dad. You don't even like him. So why you want to be like him? That don't make no sense. You idolize me and your mother and you act like your dad. That shit don't make no sense. I'm still trying to figure it out. And the youngest one, he has a bad temper, but like he'll say something out of like, being mad, but he won't like really. He knows like I'll tell him, what the fuck you doing? All I gotta do is say, what? And he'll stay quiet. You see, what I do is I remind them what I do for them. And I'll be like, if you want me to continue to do shit for you, you better stop disrespecting me or even try to or even say something like that. Because I'll fucking disown you, It ain't no problem at all. I have no problem in getting rid of family members, nephews, whoever the fuck you are. It don't faze me. Because if you're gonna aggravate me and disrespect me, then I'm not gonna speak to you and you're gonna find out what life is like without me. That ain't fucking happening. Not in my world. No way. Especially not no 16-year-old boy. He must be fucking mental. No. I wouldn't even let anybody talk to me like that. You must be fucking crazy. No. My parents brought me up in a strict environment, in a strict household. And he ain't gonna talk to nobody like that. I didn't even see my dad talk to my mom like that, or my mom talk to my dad like that. It was all respect in that house. Hey, Miss Bikini. Exactly. Exactly, Rudy. And that should be that's the way it should be. I got your donation, by the way. Thanks. You can ask your questions when you're ready. But yeah, you know, the thing is ever since my nephew, my 16-year-old nephew, ever since he got 6 foot tall and he got really big and powerful, he thinks that he's like, the man of this house. He thinks he's gonna talk to me the way he wants to, and I'm not gonna do nothing to him. And I told him, I said, one day, if you get brave and you hit me, you better make sure you fucking get rid of me. Because if you hit me and I get back up, I'm gonna fucking pick up something and I'm gonna beat the living fuck out of you. And you're gonna be probably at the hospital for a very long time. And trust me, I won't feel no remorse for you if you put your hands on me. So when I say shit like that to him, it's a threat. So when I say shit like that to him, he gets scared. And then I told him, I said, by the way, if you do something to me, my boys are gonna come get you. And when I say shit like that, he gets scared as fucks. Cause he knows that's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll never do that, but it's like I like to threaten him so he shuts the fuck up, and realize that, just shut up and respect me and stop going on and on and on and on and on about it. Like you ain't about that life. So just shut up. You know what I'm saying? And I hate doing that with him. I hate doing it with anybody, but sometimes you gotta threaten these kids and let them know, like, like don't fuck around with me. I got your donation too, Lala. Thanks. So like it's hard dealing with them because it's like I don't want to say violent things. I don't want to act violent. I don't want to threaten them, but their mouths get them in trouble. Their mouths like provoke me to say shit. And as an adult, you're supposed to threaten your children and say, "Who the fuck you talking to?" Like, I'll beat your ass. Just like our parents did to us. It's a normal reaction. It's a normal thing. You're not supposed to be disrespecting your uncles and your parents and shit. He does it to my sister too. He disrespects my sister every now and then. When he's mad, he'll call her names. I'm like, who the fuck you talking to? Are you crazy? So it's like I get pissed off because, like, who are you to be talking to us like this? Are you like, is it registered in your brain at any moment in time that we can kick you out of this fucking house and you have nothing? Does it ever like register in your brain at all? Like, are you crazy? So like, it's like he always thinks he has a way out. See, and that's where you're wrong. You know exactly, Rudy. Exactly. But you know what? My sister keeps giving him a pass because of what his father did to him and his brother and his mother and me. See, his father's an evil bastard. He's been gone for a whole year. But I've been trying to like show him that, look, the less you talk about him, the less you deal with him, the less you fucking think about him, and just know that you're in a better place now. Who gives a fuck about that guy? If you say anything to him, it's gonna go in one ear and come out the other. You're wasting your time, your energy, your breath. You're wasting everything by talking to that guy, because if he really gave a fuck, he'd be next to you. But he didn't. He already proved he doesn't give a fuck. And I know he's your father, and I know you want to rip into him and tell him fuck off and tell him what a piece of shit he is. But he already knows what he is. So you're just gonna waste your time because he wants to like get it all off his chest and say shit to him. And I'm like, you're gonna waste your time. And my sister's like, yeah, let him go, let him say whatever. I'm like, well, go ahead now. You want to go ahead and talk to the wall, go right ahead. Because you're talking to, I know that guy. I've known him for like almost 30 years. And when you talk, he's one of those people, you can fuck him off, you can tell him about himself, and it'll just bounce right off of him, and he'll just be a dickhead the next day. He'll never like change. You can't change nobody by fucking them off and beating them up. They're still gonna be the same person, like, it's still going to be the same way. You can't fix stupid. It's impossible. Everybody's tried, but nobody's succeeded. So, I know he's only 16 years old, but I've told my sister and I told him and his brother. We all live in the same house here, but I live in the apartment, they live in the house. And I've told all of them plenty of times, you guys are wasting your time and your energy if you go after him. You know what I'm saying? Let him run his mouth, let him say whatever, let him live in misery without us. Just leave him alone. Just fuck him. He's irrelevant. Just think of him as non-existent. There's so many people in this world who have deadbeat moms and dads. There's people that have been, orphans, adopted, been dropped on the corner fucking for somebody else to deal with. It's not your fault. It's the people who dealt with you's fault, right? But you shouldn't grudge those people every fucking day of your life. Just live your life knowing that that's your calling. That's what you're meant to do. That's who you are. Yes, it's fucked up. Yes, it's a fucked up way to live and to think. But if you keep dwelling on it, you're just driving yourself crazy and living rent free in that fucking person's mind. So just let it go, and just get over it, and just keep evolving in your own world, in your own space, in your life. That's my suggestion always. No, but not everybody thinks like that. I know so many people that come in here and they tell me they don't even know who their mother and father is. And some people don't their mom or their dad passed away before they even met them. Or even anything they even knew. It's everybody's got a different path, so just live your life and go about your business. Just keep moving on. Just you keep dwelling on negative people and negative shit, you're not going nowhere. Yeah, exactly. But that's the way it should be, Kids gotta respect their elders, and that's what's wrong with this world. No one respects nobody. It's very sad. I don't know if you guys saw the P Diddy video today from 10 years ago. Don't know why that shit came out 10 years ago. Now it's taking 10 years for that shit to come out or whatever. But you see that guy, he beat the shit out of that girl, dragged her around and all that shit. Guys like that, they need to go to jail and get fucking beaten. And then you want to beat up a girl? Okay, well now we're gonna beat your ass. I wish I had the authority to do that. That's to teach these motherfuckers a lesson. You're fucking nuts. Don't beat no woman. Just leave. Leave her ass there. Don't fucking beat her. You're a fucking idiot. I tell you, these people in this world are nuts. I can't see myself doing that shit. I don't even like violence. I don't even watch boxing. I don't watch UFC. I don't even watch no form of violence. Because I can't have that in my heart and in my mind. You know what I'm saying? All right, Rudy, let me see what I got for you. All right, Rudy, what I get here is you and this guy having a reunion together. This person, you might have an old friend coming back around to you. This is a guy who's a good person. It could be a businessman, a person who's religious or spiritual, generous, considerate. Could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but I got the King of Cups here. Then I got you here, the Queen of Swords, and then I got a possible return of an old friend or a reunion with someone. This is someone that you can have favorable expectations with, a hopeful outlook, or this could be someone who reminds you of somebody from the past, or you might know this person from your past, and then you connect with them again, and you become a new alliance or a new, becomes a new a renewed friendship or something like that. Otherwise, that this could be like, if it isn't like a relationship type thing or a friendship thing, this could be like a person that helps you out with work, or somebody that comes from your past and says, "Hey, look, um, I'll help you," or whatever. Or this could be like a client or a person, um, a person who like just helps you with business or helps you with work. If you have a male boss, this could be your male boss that helps you with things, and gives you more expectations that are favorable, and gives you more of a hopeful way of working or living or something like that. But either way, in general, there's gonna be a man that helps you out. This could be a boss, a friend, or like a past lover that comes back into your life that you used to like but never connected with. But overall, this person has got well, between just with you personally, just be very sharp, be quick. Things might get intense, or be very perceptive. Um, because you're like single, and because you're like um, separated from in a relationship, this could mean like the go ahead for somebody. You know what I'm saying? They know that about you, so they're gonna go towards you. Also, what I get is things going your way in the next 30 days. You got the Ace of Swords here at the outcome at the end, and this tells you that use your initiative. I mean, use your intuition and put more into be more intuitive. Like when you feel something and you see something, go for it. Have the strength, be more determined, stay determined. Put all your emotional feelings aside, and just know that show the love, accept the love, um, and you'll get what you want pretty much. With that Ace of Swords, it tells me that you have like a victory there. You have like something that's gonna happen that's gonna make you happy. So whatever you're wanting or needing, this can end up happening in the next like month or so. But I got all positive things here. Nothing bad at all. Nothing. Just all positive outcomes, positive things, positive people. Um, there also could be like a man and a woman that help you out with something. If this woman isn't you, this could be like a couple, like a man and a woman that helps you. Or this could be a man and like another woman that comes together to help you with all the things you need. And if it isn't a man that returns to you like as an old friend, it could be a woman also. It could be a woman that returns to you, and you met her through a guy or something like that. So it's either way, it's all good things. Yeah, I don't get anything bad at all here in a general sense. Oh well, there you go. That could be the man that helps you. That's from your past. I think, didn't I tell you that last time that he was gonna end up giving you something eventually? Like he'll give you something, because you asked me one time, is he ever gonna give me anything? And I said, yeah, he's gonna give you something eventually. Like in the month of May, I think I told you that. That's good. See, it happened. That's a good thing. He better do it. Well, you know why? Like I called him up, like and I was like, yo, you need to pay up, bro. He's like, who's this? I'm the repo man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bounty hunter. I hunt humans. You owe Rudy money. Don't fuck around, yeah? All right, bro. Okay, yeah, look. Don't fuck around, yeah? I told him I was a wizard, and I'll put a spell on him, and he'll have diarrhea for a month. So he's like, all right, bro, I'll pay up. Nah, I'm just teasing. But I'm glad he's paying up. That's good. I'm glad he wants to help. So that makes sense, like in a way. It means that you're gonna get, help, and you're gonna be okay. But make your conversations with him not too, like, intense or whatever, because I still feel like, even though these things are gonna happen, like, I feel like it's still uncertain. I still feel like this guy is like, I feel like this guy is also, made a lot of mistakes, and um he might want to, like, dispute with you or argue or something like that. And he's still like, you still might look at him as somebody who tricked you in the past or made things difficult for you, made you depressed, things like that. But even though you, like, look at his bad parts or like his negative ways, don't, like, bring that up. Just leave the past behind. Like, spirit doesn't want you to, like, say anything to him about his past or reap up shit that he did. Just, like, look at things in a new way. Like, don't trigger any, bad vibes or bad feelings at all. Just make everything new. Like, just act like, like, you can only sweep so much shit under the rug, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you just keep going from there. Yeah, exactly. But, like, try not to, make him, go at you for no reason, or, like, say, see what I mean? This is why I didn't want to talk to you. Why you bring up this shit? Yeah. So, like, don't trigger him to say anything, to, like, start arguments. Anything else you need, Rudy? Anything else you want to know? Yeah, I feel like he's that type of guy. Like, if you trigger him, he's gonna be like, "See, this is what I mean. You've been talking, you talking shit, whatever, blah blah blah." So it's like, yo, bro, take it easy. Because, some men are sensitive as fuck, and some women are petty, where they bring up the past shit, like just like, just let it go. Some things are best unsaid. I get that energy off, man. All right, what about Rudy's financial situation? Like, hey Dan, how you doing, bro? Like, what I mean, Rudy, is like, if he starts to, like, say stupid shit, like, don't even entertain him. Just, like, try your hardest to, like, all be even though he says he's gonna help, allow him to help, but obviously don't let him disrespect you. But, just let him help you, and just, like, leave him alone. Like, don't trigger him to, like, act crazy, because you got him right where you want him, where he's gonna help. So that's what you really want. So in order to maintain the help, you got to maintain the peace. Even though I know it's hard, but, like, just be more mature than he is. That's all. All right. So as far as your financial situation, I feel like you're gonna be dealing with that when it comes to, like, delays, and just knowing that, you might be unhappy, and you might feel like things are not going your way with your finances. But I feel like you're gonna have a lot of uh information and communication about finances getting better. Like, you're gonna um hear about something, or you're gonna get, like, an email or a text or a phone call, and this is gonna make your finances, like, appear to be better and get better. You'll be able to handle your matters and things like that. So it's gonna be like a good, like, thing where you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, good, my finance is gonna be great. But, like, it's that your finances is only going to be good if you do this thing, if you do what I see here, and that is not to overly excessive, be like, buy shit. Obviously, you need, you got a lot to buy, you got a lot to pay for, but just remember, like, you got to save some. You can't spend it all one time. So even though finances, again, are going to be good, it still might, like, you still might feel like I need more, or I have to have more, or when am I gonna be able to buy this shit if I, like, you gotta, like, make sure you really, really save, because right here it says that you might have to, spend money on things, but make sure it's not excessive. Make sure it's not on like a Louis Vuitton purse you've always wanted. Even though I know, that's, I just use that example. So Spirit's saying here that you need to use this for your home. So the Four of Wands here at the very end is just saying your finances will be fine, but you got to make sure you use your finances for your home, like to pay your bills and to have food on the table and to take care of everybody at home. So if you use your finances for home and not for you and a girl's night out because you deserve it, or feel like you're gonna go get fucking lobster tonight or some shit, not knowing that you can't spend that type of money. So it's saying don't allow yourself to get caught up with these pleasures, of I have enough money, I can pay my bills, I got this left over. I know I shouldn't spend it, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because fuck it. Like, don't get into that frame of mind. You know, just save a little bit longer, and then you can, spend something once you have enough. So they're saying here, like, don't be excessive with the money that you get. Just make sure you pay your bills at home, and then you won't be unhappy and you won't be mad, and you'll be fine. But you're gonna keep getting some. You'll be able to handle all the matters that you have and all the bills you have, and you're gonna feel like more enjoyment because you have that financial security. So you said you did. So what do you mean you got like a phone call or a text or something like that? Because that's what I see here. Like, you got a message saying talking about like more financial gain or something like that. So if that hasn't happened, it will happen, and it's going to be like an enjoyment. Or if you've already had it happen, then that's good. That's just confirmation that that was meant to be. Hey, girly, how you doing? Ah, okay, good. So there you go. See, so that text is enjoyment. I get, like, that's a text that's making you feel better. You know, yeah. So if that's good news, then that's what I saw. That's what I see in the cards. Yeah. You're welcome, Rudy. God bless, and I hope everything gets better or whatever, and I know it will. I know you've come a long way since I first read for you, and just know, like, I want everybody to know one thing: like, it's been a tough year so far for a lot of people, and this week has been crazy for me. Like, I had an argument with some dumb asshole in the barbershop about my brother-in-law, and then today I had an argument with my nephew. And then my car, my gear stick in my car, my the gear shifter, it's loose and it has like the bushings gone. So I got to take it in on Monday. So like my car has been aggravating me this whole year so far. So it's like one thing after the other. I got into the argument with this woman on Wednesday, and then uh, yesterday my gear shift started to go, and then today it like went. It's like worse. And then today I actually had an argument with my nephew. So it's like it's one thing after the next, and it's the energy. See, it's just like it's just there's no retrograde or nothing, but it's just the way it is. Sometimes, like, you're all cool and just the arguments find you, like, bad shit happens, but you got to stay strong. Like, you can't like let that shit get to you, because that's why things happen to us, and that's why these things happen, to make sure that you don't lose it, and you stay strong, and you just say to yourself, you know what, it could be worse. And that's what I said earlier. Like, I said to myself, you know what, Mark, you had two arguments in 1 week, your car's messed up again, right? But at least it's drivable, so it's fine. But the gear shift is loose, so I don't like that. It's fucking annoying. And I said to myself, you know what, Mark, at least you're not in a hospital. At least you're not sick. At least you're not dying from some disease. And I say, you know what, bro? Don't worry about it. You're just dealing with petty shit. Just get over it. So I took a few deep breaths. I walked around the pool. I cleaned the pool, and I just like caught myself, and I was like, you know what, Mark, calm down, bro. Just like, don't worry about it. Just let it go. People are like attacking everybody. People are mad at the world. I ain't even done nothing to nobody. And it's like, it must be like a sign on my forehead saying attack me, like, argue with me or, make shit bad happen to me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, so this week has been one of those crazy weeks where it's like, I'm afraid to ask what's next, so I'm like, you know what? At least I'm okay. Like, at least I'm, healthy and I'm okay and I'm not suffering from anything. So just advice to everybody, it's not the end of the world. Things happen, and just like leave it. I know it's hard. It's definitely hard for me, man, because sometimes I want to really go off it. All right, Lala, I got your 2 donations. Thanks. You're next. And then after Lala, I got Girly Sunday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's it's just an energy thing. It's a test. I know it always is. Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll just keep, running my mouth over here. It's cool. Yeah, it's all good, Rudy. It's not the end of the world. I know that things happen. But like I was saying to everybody on here the other day, like on Wednesday I went to go get a haircut. So the my hairdresser lady, I've known her for years, right? So I go to her and whatever. And I go to the owner too, which is the other chick. I've known her even longer. So I'm like, sitting in the chair, and then this other chick that cuts my ex brother-in-law's hair, she believes everything he says. So my hairdresser was blowing drying my hair and finishing me, and this bitch heard my hairdresser say, "Hey, what's going on with your brother-in-law? Anything changed?" That's like, just making conversation because she knows like we're going through the divorce and all the bullshit, right? So this bitch heard her talk about my brother-in-law and asked me, and then she butted in and was like, "Oh, do you know that he has cancer and he has this and And I was like, "Look, woman, don't fucking talk to me about that guy. He ain't got no cancer. He lied to you, you dumb gullible hoe." So we went at it right in the barber shop in front of everybody. And then at the end, I was like, "Look, fuck you and shut up," and like in so many words. And I didn't want to like go too crazy. I'm saying? Yeah, she was supposed to mind her in a bit, but she got in trouble because when I went to tell my sister about it, I said, "Look, don't worry about it. Fuck that bitch." Like, my sister called the owner, which is her like good friend and mine. She was like, "Look, my brother Mark got a haircut, and this bitch fucking exposed my ex-husband's fucking, shit, and then like telling him and no shit. She don't know nothing about that guy. You cut that guy's hair once a month. So how the fuck you know more than us, you stupid hoe? And what the fuck you doing not minding your own business and going after my brother?" So obviously my ex-brother-in-law told her some dumb shit, like lying to her, and even lied to her about him having cancer. He doesn't have cancer. He's lying through his teeth. He's got an ear problem, right? But he wants to make people look. He wants to look like a victim. So anyway, long story short, she got in a lot of trouble for that. She almost got fired, and she ended up calling my sister last night. She called my sister last night and apologized to her and told her to apologize to me. But she ain't got my number, nor I give it to her, nor do I want her apology anyway. You should have just shut the fuck up and leave me alone. So she apologized profusely to my sister and my sister told her all the truth and she couldn't believe it. She goes, "Why the fuck would somebody lie about having cancer?" She goes, "You don't know that guy. He'll lie. He lied to everybody just to get sympathy." So anyway, yeah, that's what happened to me on Wednesday. And I'm like, all I did was go get a fucking haircut. And this bitch butted went in there and started, running her mouth. And that was it. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding. And I'm like, wow. So yeah, anyway, it's all solved now. Some people got to get put in their place. So I had to put her in her place, and then I put my nephew in his place today. And I'm the type of guy I hate arguing with people because I get all like flustered, and it hurts my heart to like argue. I'm not an argumentative person. I don't like to get mad. And who does? But it affects me, like it affects me a lot to get mad at people. It's like I'm so good at not getting mad at people and just brushing it off. But some people like really like they know how to like really annoy the shit out of you with their stupidity. So it's like, wow. Well, I did say not today, Satan, but Satan got the best out of me twice in a row this week. So, and then it was my car. I was like, wow. I'm like, you know what? At least it still drives. It's just a minor thing. Don't worry about it, Mark. I made an appointment on Monday to get it fixed, so it's all good. But it's all good. Like life goes on. All right, Lala. You said so. Basically, I feel again. I asked him to hang up yesterday, and he never followed up. So I did. He said he would call back and didn't. Oh, great. Instead of being commenting, I remain balanced and just let him know I was waiting before I confront this. Does he realize he's wrong? Looks like he's being a pain in the ass, Mr. Gideon. Dad said, I ain't worried about you, Miss Bikini. I'm doing my coloring book. Exactly, girly. And I said on here last night, I said on here last night, like my friend Sue passed away from cancer. She beat cancer and then got it again a year later. And she died. She was only 38. She was in here every night. I've known her for years. And, I helped her like with everything. I helped her fight her cancer. I helped her like, get into better spirits. She was a great friend of mine. And, for this asshole to lie about cancer to your barber and to your like to people all over Bermuda, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you're making yourself fucking retarded. You look stupid. And then we gotta listen to this shit and tell everybody, look, the guy's lying. Like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, do you know what you're playing around with? You're playing with fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cancer ain't no joke. So why are you lying? Just like my sister told his lawyer, tell him to stop telling people about his medical condition that doesn't exist. If he does have this cancer, where's the proof? And we're still waiting a year later, and he ain't got no proof. He just came back from away with it with an ear operation and an ear infection. He can't hear it through his ear or whatever. That's not cancer. You fucking lied. Then he tells other people he had a stroke. Then he tells another people he's got a pacemaker in his heart. He's just like a delusional human being. He doesn't know what to do with himself because he lost my sister and he lost everything. See, so like he's just like some people are just compulsive liars. It's just the way it is. I honestly I hate liars. I really do. Like it's unnecessary to lie. But hey, I don't know. I've been through a lot this past year with that fucking guy, man. And it's like there's some days I want to be a gangster for a hot minute and put on all black fucking clothes and put on a ski mask and beat the living fuck out of him and tie him to a palm tree and leave him there to rot. I'm not gonna kill nobody, but I'd rather beat his ass and make him suffer. Some days I really want to do that shit and beat the fuck out of him. But what is it gonna prove? It don't prove nothing. You could beat the fuck out of somebody all you want. He's still gonna after he recovers, he's going to lie. So it don't make no sense. Like you're still gonna be the same person. So it's like, it don't make no sense. That's why like I'm just gonna let God deal with them. And that's what I learned through my years of living. that violence is never the key. Arguing ain't the key. Talking about somebody ain't the key. You just shut the fuck up and let God deal with it. It's that simple. Yeah, it is. It is. It's really sad. All right, Lala, let me check Gideon for you. Oh, I got all negative stuff here, Lala, about Gideon. What I get here is he's going through some difficult times here. Um, there's someone around him, like I saw the other day. There's someone around him, like really. There's a man around him, really pushing him to like not do the right things. This is causing him to feel very stagnant, slow, and he's like he wants to end his friendship with this person, but like he knows like it ain't gonna work, or this person might have ended things with him. Either way, or like he wants him to end his relationship with you. Like he's trying to like persuade him, So he's all up in the air right now. This is making him fear. This is like making him feel like these things are not going his way. There's a lot of bad things here, and that's why he's acting the way he is. He's getting influenced. I see this over and over and over and over. This is like the same thing I see every time. There's always a guy around him that's pushing him to like, to get rid of you and to like be around them and just like, fuck women type of thing. Like he knows he's wrong and he knows, but he fears the worst. He fears like you're gonna like, let him go and be like, yeah, I'm done. And then that way Emmanuel will be like, yeah, see, I told you she's no good. She don't care about you. Yeah. Okay, well that's what I see then, because it says it's only a short-lived thing. So that makes sense. Because at the end here, it's like this is only gonna happen for like maybe another week or two, if that. Ah. So that's why I got like the end of a friendship. So if he's about to leave, he doesn't have to worry about that friendship. Yeah, he is. Yeah. I remember the other night. Was it last night or the night before? I read about him, and I tell you there was another person around him that's influenced him to do it. So I would say just give it some time and let him come to his senses. But he fears it though. Yeah, exactly right. And I was telling you that was another guy around him acting up, like telling him shit. Yeah. So, but he definitely, like Gideon definitely fears, like you saying, hey, look, if you don't, buck up here, I'm ready to leave you. Like, because I don't think he's the type of person that's going to say, hey, I'm being influenced by Emmanuel, but he already knows you are. So that's why he ain't saying nothing. It's a weird energy, like, Yeah. Like what type of combo you mean you're gonna have? Like you mean talking to him about like Emmanuel or like about how he's acting? Or just everything overall, like talking about all those things. Rudy, my combo is gonna be I don't give a shit where any woman is. I'm gonna be I want to be sane and be happy. I'll be like, where the hell is that? No, I'm just joking. I'll be like, nah, it's like that life is over for me. I don't even want to go nowhere. I just want to be home and stay away from fucking people. Honest to God, like I was thinking about going away like next week for like there's a holiday, a long weekend here in Bermuda, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going no fucking where. Like I just need to stay here and like just stay away from fucking people. Like because if I go away, it's gonna be worse. I'm gonna see a whole pile of fucking idiots that are gonna aggravate the shit out of me. So I'm like, you know what? Just stay here and just relax for a while. You can go some other time. And some days I'm like, I need a trip so I can get away from everybody. But I love being home. You're right. I just can't be around people. I just like go hide. Like there's people out there, man, fucking annoying. I'm not back in town. Just communicate. I'm going to offer grace. I'm going to move accordingly. Yeah, exactly. All right. So after this, when you do have this convo with him, he's gonna fear the worst, and he's gonna feel like you are, you know, um, he's gonna feel like you're gonna give him anxiety when he has this conversation, and he's gonna probably ask you, "Look, do you want to end things because it seems like you're not happy with me or what I'm doing?" Like I think that's gonna be a conversation, you know. Um, like he's gonna ask you if you really want to be with him, if you want to end things, typical like type of stuff. But you're not gonna gain anything from this conversation until like you both come to an agreement. Because I got the nine of cups at the very end, so that tells me you're gonna whatever happens after the conversation, you're gonna get what you're wishing. But it's gonna be an intense conversation, and it's probably gonna be like back and forth, him fearing the worst, you being like you concentrating on what exactly you need to know from him and get from him, and don't give up. Like keep on asking questions until you get the answers. But the overall outcome will be something that's good. I think you'll be able to overcome all your difficulties, because the nine of cups, when you ask me about this question, it's not a wish. It's like you getting all your difficulties surmounted and getting them over with, and that the nice long conversation will bring a stability part, and it'll bring more just make bring things to the light. And like you said, don't back down. Well, I think you should have the conversation for sure, but if you do have it now, it's still going to end. No matter when you have it, it's still going to end in with the difficulties dealt with. So you know it still doesn't matter when you have it. I think you should have it when you feel you should. So I think you should have the conversation for sure. Because if you don't, he's going to continue to deal with whatever he wants. He's going to continue to do what he's doing. You got to get to the bottom of it at some point. But I do think you should have the conversation, yes, because communication is the key to every friendship, relationship, partnership, work, whatever. You got to communicate. And if he's doing that, then you have to get answers. You have to communicate. You have to like just tell him everything, tell him how you feel, tell him you're not really happy with how things are going, and you're how he's being influenced by this guy, and and you're not fucking responding to me like so. What are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me you don't want me or what? So that's how I feel. Because the way you're saying it is like you're not happy to the way he's dealing with you. Oh, that's the thing. You said back here that he ain't answered you back, and like he's doing all this type of bullshit. So you don't deserve that. You know, you gotta like you're saying you said here shit. Where is it? Um, You said I'm tired of him thinking he can just move forward. You said you even if you should have the convo next week, and that's the thing. It's up to you. If you think you should have it now because he's not communicating and not saying what he needs to, that's not right. You know. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because when I read that, it's like you didn't get a response. But you're saying now he responded to the text and was honest. But I'm like, damn, yeah, okay, right. So okay, well, I thought he didn't respond. 'Cause the way you said it there, it looked like he didn't. Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I honestly I feel like you should communicate with him. If you got to say what's on your mind and what's on your in your heart. Like that's why you can't just allow him to just like you said, you can't allow him to do whatever the fuck he wants. You got to have some type of communication and closure. Right, that's what I'm saying. So if he didn't follow up to the plans, then obviously yeah. Oh, right, I got you now. Yeah, he responded to the text as if okay, right. So he says, "Yeah, I'm okay," but didn't respond to what you have planned. Yeah, I got you. But still, that's still fucked up. You're not answering the questions. You're not answering. Like, you're not communicating. If you guys are together, boyfriend and girlfriend, and you've been together for a couple months or a year or whatever you guys have been, the communication's got to be steady, or else there is no without communication there is nothing. So I think it's time that you put your foot down and say, hey, look, what the fuck's your problem? But that's up to you. That's totally up to you. But that's my advice. I call him out on his bullshit. You know? Yeah, exactly. I agree. If you feel like and at the end of the day, if you can tolerate how he is, then that's up to you. But if you're mad about him not doing that, then obviously you gotta mention it. You gotta say, yo, what the fuck's up with the plans? You never responded to me. Like, what the hell? Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do this plan or what? Because if not, you need to know. So you have to communicate. 'Cause I'm sure you wouldn't like it if it was the other way around. Well, that's why he was influenced with him. See, right? Which I see in the cards. He was with another guy, and that's why he didn't give a shit. But are you in love with your friends or are you with your girlfriend? When are you gonna give your girlfriend time? So that's what you gotta ask him. When are you gonna give me the time of day? Like you give Emmanuel and everybody else. Then he's probably gonna say, well, Emmanuel's leaving or Emmanuel's not gonna be around, you know. So like I'm gonna be with you after that. So once Emmanuel's not around, see how his behavior is. And then you actually think you should make a decision. Oh, there you go. So that's probably why this is happening because he doesn't want to lose. A lot of guys won't want to lose their friend; they rather lose their girlfriend. Not to be fucked up, but some people do that. Well, there you go. So when he's away from Emmanuel, that's when you should talk to him. So yeah, I would say wait for that date for that to happen. Once you have him one on one, then you can do what you got to do. That's my advice. Girly, you're next. Let me see what I got for you here. Girly, you said this guy. So you finally got some digits, huh? Dang, see? You must have had some cleavage, son. That's what it was. You He must have had some cleavage, Shin, or he must have had something on. This guy's like, yeah, I gotta get this one. No, them things are looking bang. I know you, Curly son. I know you was probably like, yeah, let me show some cleavage. Get some fucking numbers, all right. All right, Lala, no problem, sweetheart. Just stay positive for now. You know how guys are. All right, girlie. Let me see if your cleavage showing made a difference. Oh, you were fully covered. Oh, I see. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was like finally a woman that doesn't show her big, you know, finally a woman that covers herself up. I respect that. You go, girl. See, that's why you got the digits. See, yeah, Dan. No, they're not for you to see, Dan. It's only for me. Okay, I'm gonna see if the guy that she's talking about is worthy to see him in real life. But if not, they're on hold for me only. Not for you, Dan. You have your own at home. Okay. Oh shit. Hey, well, sometimes that's how guys are. They want to see you a few times and be like, you know what? She's all covered up, looking juicy. So, all right, Dan, behave. Well, after all, we have to see what happens with Gurley. We have to see if this guy she's talking about is worthy to see him, or to feel him, or to even get close to him. Actually, I respect that. Even though I like to look at them bursting out, but every man wants to look at those things. It's the way it is. We all like to look. Just like how a woman likes to look at a man. With his shirt off and all that type of shit. We want to see you with your shirt off too. But I have respect for a lot of women who have good body parts but cover them up. There's a lot of psychics online, like women psychics, who show their titties, and they they do that on purpose just to get you to come in there. And that's where you see all the men, all the women readers who show their knockers, that all the men are in their room, guaranteed. It's without a doubt it happens. I've seen it with my own eyes. I'm like, oh boy. That's why you mofos in here. You ain't getting no reading. You're looking at damn titties. Stop lying. Dan said he's shy. Rudy says she covers hers with the sheets all over her head. See, there you go. All right, let's see. Oh, good Lord. All right. All right, so this guy admires you. He thinks you're good looking. He would like to have you as a girlfriend. He's looking for a girlfriend. But he just looks at you as somebody who he fantasizes about. His attitude and imagination is not really realistic. He's a person that might be impressive, but he has no real substance. So if you get to know him, he might be like that type of guy who says, a lot, everything you want to hear, or he might say things to you and not really mean it, or not really prove it. You know what I'm saying? So a guy who seems impressive but not that has no substance is like a person that has this like wishful thinking. So I think mostly he wants to try to see if what he can get out of you. You know, but he does look at you in a good way though, and he has like he's at a like a stalemate. He's like at a stalemate point in his life. Like he thinks that nobody will like take his number and call him or anything. So he's just putting himself out there to anybody who wants to like even though you said he had the balls to do it, but he wants to see if someone has the balls to call him, you know, and like be with him. You know what I'm saying? But like it seems that he's the type of person that he doesn't have no solutions to any problems that he has, but this shouldn't affect like how he feels about you, like you know what I'm saying. But he does look at you as girlfriend material, like he looks at you as a good woman, like a feminine, a woman with action, and like he can see himself with you. Like you're not the issue. I just think his mentality is the issue, you know. Yeah, a talker, not a doer, and a dreamer. Yes, because I got the Seven of Cups here, and that's the dreamer card. So I got you as the Empress. I got him as the Seven of Cups energy, and I got the Six of Swords reversed, and on the bottom I got the Six of Cups. So this tells me that he has issues from his childhood, or he has like a past person that he has some like beef with or like bad vibes from, and then it's caused him to feel this way. But he's like he's doing this to see if he can get you to like give him the time of day. So I mean I don't get nothing bad here. Like I don't see like he's a player or an asshole. I don't get like he's a person who's gonna use you or be like a freak or something. I just think that this can also mean like he thinks he has no chance with you. Like that's another thing I got here. He probably thinks he doesn't have a chance. Because this Seven of Cups is like, I'm gonna give her my number, but she's probably never gonna call me. Or she's never gonna text me, or nothing's gonna come out of this because she's probably like, yeah, fuck you. A lot of guys think like that. A lot of guys think like that. So he's not a bad person. I just think that, he's a person that may come across as, hey, I gave you my number, now you do the rest, and then let's see how it goes. You know? I mean, don't give up on him, you know? Yeah, see? I keep getting here that he's like a person who's been really hurt. And I feel like he's just coming back out on the dating scene, you know? So if you're like, if you give him the time of day, it'll probably boost his confidence or make him feel like, hey, at least I got, at least this chick's actually giving me the time of day. But I think like he has issues, with how he was treated in the past. And, everybody's still healing from their past stuff and things like that. So, yeah, he's not a bad guy. I'm not getting like he's a player or a stalker or a piece of shit. He's not a bad person. I just think he's going through like some issues from the past, and he doesn't want to like get hurt again. But he looks at you as a girlfriend material. Like he looks at you as somebody that he really like he would like to be with. But it all depends if you communicate with him. So my advice is to give him a chance. That's my advice. Is to give him a chance. He gave you the number. You can shoot him a text and say, hey, what's up or whatever. Or if you see him again, you can say something to him or whatever. It's up to you, but at least he tried. I would say give him a chance. It's not a bad person. Yeah, if you see him nice, then that's what I got. I just think that he's going through, yeah, he's probably going through some bullshit and he just, needs to see if he's still, if there's a girlfriend material out there for him. The positive thing is he looks at you as the empress. So he looks at you as, wifey material, girlfriend material, baby mama material, you know. He looks at you in a good way. And it's probably because you was covered up. So he wants to see what's behind, what's behind there. So hey, I would say give him a chance. That's my advice. Just because I see non-bad player type energy. So you never know till you try. If I gave my number to a woman and she like texts me like about a day or two later, I'll be like, this is a miracle. That's exactly what I would say. I'll be like, this is a miracle. And I'll be happy. I'll be excited, or I'll be like, hey, this is a good start. Like, this is a good start to like something that can possibly be good. She actually entertained my number. Cool. But if a woman gave me her number, I would definitely like text her or call her, Like not right away, but like maybe a day or two later. Just so she doesn't, think that I'm desperate or something, which I'm not. You're welcome, girlie. No problem. I would say go for it. Why not? We always said on here about how guys ain't got no balls to do that shit. So at least reward him for giving you the number. The last woman I gave my number to, she never called me. And I was like, oh well, that was a waste of a business card. I didn't get no work and no coochie and no communication. I was like, damn, I wish I would have got that business card back. She didn't even deserve to get it. But come to find out, she was a hoe anyway. So I don't want that. That's why she never called me. She was like, yeah, I already getting that outside dick. I don't need no more. It's all good though. Everything happens for a reason. No answer is an answer. That's the best part of it all. That's why I always say if I give my number to some woman that I'm interested in, and she texts me or calls me, I'll be like, "Oh, this is a miracle. This woman's actually got she actually got some brains." But some people won't do that. Some people won't even do it because a lot of women think that they're entitled to be chased and they're entitled to be foamed over, and a guy has to do everything. Like that should never be a woman's perception of a man. If you want a good man, you gotta show him why you're a good woman. Like communication is like the best thing you could do when you're just starting to meet somebody. So you communicate, and then if there's no communication and there's less and there's nothing, then that's your answer. It's not meant to be. But you have to do your part. Like you can't just text a guy and expect him to like keep on texting you every day, every night, and you just like respond to everything. Like go out of your way to do it. So that secures the man's feelings and thoughts and will make him want to come towards you more because you're actually making an effort and making it equal instead of making it 70-30%. That's why a lot of women turn me off, because if you think I'm gonna keep calling you and keep texting you every single day and going out of my way and you just sit there and wait for me, then that's not a real relationship. That's not even a real friendship. That's not real communication. You should always do your part. It should be 100% each. So if one day if you beat me to it and say, hey, good morning, Mark, how you doing? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. What's up later on? Even if you do something simple like that, that'll allow me to think that, hey, this is great. This is great. She went out of her way to finally communicate because I'm the one that's always fucking doing it. So once you show that communication, that guy's gonna be like, okay, now she got the ball rolling. Now I know she's, actually interested and she actually, has a brain. So let's go for this. But if you don't do it, then you're never gonna like get anywhere because it don't make no sense. That's just my opinion. But some women are stuck on that. Oh, a guy has to do everything. You're fucking crazy. That's why you ain't got nobody. And that guy will eventually say, fuck you. And if he don't, he's gonna go crazy. And that's why a lot of guys commit suicide because they feel like they're never good enough for that one woman. And I wish I could talk sense into a lot of men out there. And I think that I'm going to, and women, both. When I start my podcast, there's going to be a lot of talk on here. I'm going to talk about a lot of relationships because people need to understand what to do and stop doing the opposite. Like stop fucking thinking that you one person has to do everything. It doesn't work that way. This is a world of communication. This is a world of we have so many ways to communicate. Why not communicate that way? You see what I'm saying? That just like don't make no sense. There should never be texting all day and all night. That shit is dumb. You should be video chatting each other when you get a chance. So I can see you. So I can see your sexy ass talking to me on the phone. And we could talk to each other and show each other what we're doing. That's a real like communication. Like to me, if all that texting shit back and forth and emailing each other, that shit's just dumb as hell. Like call and talk to each other, hear each other's voice, hear each other's laugh, or like video chat. I wish I had video chat back in the day. Dang. I wish. Hey Evo, I'm doing good. How are you? Exactly, Dan. Yeah. There you go. Oh horseshit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No one is worth hurting himself over, but it's not like, it's like the thing is like always know that communication is a key thing for like a long lasting relationship. And now relationships should be way better because there's more communication and it's actually worse. That's what I don't understand. And that's why a lot of relationships are shitty because all you guys do is this tick, 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 tick. Hey, how are you? I'm okay. How are you? "Oh, okay, yeah. Here's an emoji. Ha ha ha. And, that's not a relationship. That's bullshit. That's like talking to a computer. I want to hear your voice. If I have a girlfriend, I'm not texting her all day. That's not happening. I make that clear once and one. I make that clear right off the bat. I'm saying, look, I'm calling you. I want to hear your voice. Or, I want to video chat with you. Or, whatever. Like, I ain't fucking sitting there texting your ass all day. You must be crazy. Let's get back to work. Shall we replace the diesel fuel pump parts and set control? That's not that bad, Evo. Fuel pump parts and set control. That's not that bad. So that's good. That's not like a bad thing. Hey, Hermana, how you doing? Yeah, exactly. That drives me insane too, Evo. That's not a real life. That's like the dumbest thing in the world. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty pricey, but it's not a hard job to do, I don't think. All depends on where it is if you can get to it. Yeah. Parts are always going to be expensive, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm doing good. All's good. Just here talking about relationships and people and how the energy is crazy and how people are arguing lately and just being weird. Same old shit, different day. You know. That's why I stay home majority of the time. I don't even want to be around people. They aggravate me. I just go to the grocery store and come back home. I don't want to see nobody, deal with nobody, talk to nobody. I ain't got no time for that shit. But yeah, I just feel like relationships are something that should be talked about more. And I think that when you text somebody a million times all day, that's not a real relationship. That's like the dumbest thing you can do, to be honest. That's my opinion, by the way, so don't take it personally. Hey, Black Widow, how you doing? How's things? But yeah, I'm gonna when I start my podcast next month. I was gonna start this month, but I can't. But I'm gonna start in June during the summertime, and I'm gonna have my sister on my podcast. I'm gonna have a lot of people who have been, married and divorced, and they want to talk about it. They want to like warn others, that I really want to have a lot of relationship talks because there's a lot of people who have to get things off their chest, and relationships are a big, big issue in the world. And I'm going to make sure everybody understands that when you text somebody, that's not a relationship. That's nothing. You got to talk to that person on the phone. Their voice, is means everything, or a video chat. You know, if I have a girlfriend and we're like, dating for like 3 months now, we're really close. I'm gonna tell her, look, at lunchtime at 12 o'clock, I'm gonna be free. Are you? Yeah. Okay, well we'll video chat each other because we're not with each other right now, but you're at work, I'm at work. I'll be like, hey, how you doing, sweetheart? How I'll be like talking to her, yeah, cool, whatever. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh yeah, look at my dog. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and be like tick 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 tick. Yeah, hello. Yeah, okay, blah 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 blah. Blah. Man, fuck that. That's not a relationship. That's stupid as shit. That to me is not a relationship. It don't work for me like that. That ain't happening. Hell no. Hell to the no. I got a donation here from somebody. Thank you. You can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. Oh, that's you. Oh, hey. Hey, Marley. You not in your bed? I said Marley's not here. She must be in her bed with two eyes closed, watching the Eyelid channel. Were you watching the Eyelid channel? I know you're in bed, but I thought you was asleep. Marley's here again. Oh hell no, that don't work either. Listen, I dated this girl off and on online for like over a year, right? And it was the worst thing I ever did because it didn't work and it ain't gonna work. And we video chatted, we talked a lot, and we got really cool and shit, but it didn't work because I knew I was like, this is delusional, Mark. You don't do this dumb shit. I can't do this shit. This is fucking whack. And I never ever did it again. Like, I wouldn't say I never did it again, but I made sure I didn't get too caught up in it. That's why, like, if you live in another country, it's gonna be difficult unless you're packing your bags and coming here. So I probably ain't gonna do you. I'm living in paradise away from all you millions of freaks. I'm staying here where there's only 65,000 people and a lot of beaches and a lot of things to do. All right, right, Black Widow, you said I want to take this data analytics course and pivot into technology. Oh, this course help me find an entry level tech role in the next 2 months. All right, cool. Thank you for being precise with your question. That's good. If somebody gives me a time frame, that's nice, because if not, I make my own time frame. Yeah, you need an Epsom salt bath, Marley. All right, Black Widow. What I'm getting here, it's going to be very difficult for you to get this in the next 3 months. I think that this is it's something that's going to be difficult to launch and to get. It might be a difficult situation. You might be worried about this, and the thing is, with this whole situation in the next 3 months, I just think that you have to do a lot of change. You have to change the way things are in order for you to have um, this situation to even come about. I know you want to take this data course, and you're saying, will the course help you find an entry level in the next 3 months? I would say no, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. No, it might take more than that if it makes sense. And this also depends on you. It's like I feel like you want to do this, but you might be worried about the outcome, or it's holding you back. Or you might have to take a little bit longer to get to that. You see what I'm saying? And it also could be like a person that's tempting you to do something you don't want to do. So don't do that either, if that's the case. You might need more information about this. Hold on a sec. Let me just check something. All right. So if you were to take this course, right? Even if you take the course, right? Black Widow, even if you take the course, it's gonna benefit you, but you're still gonna feel like you're gonna, whatever you do, the effort has to be met, right? But after you do this, even if you take this course and you do it in 4 months or 5 months or from now to the end of the year, right? It's still gonna present you with difficulties. You still might be not getting the actual technology job at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So in that 3 month period, it's still not going to be possible. And even if you try from now to the end of the year, I feel like if you take the course, right, and pivot it into technology, like you said, will the course help you find an entry level? I would say the course is not going to help you find that entry level this year, if that's what you want. It's probably not going to happen this year, but it can help you in the future. If you keep meeting the effort. And I think this might happen around Octoberish. I know that's probably far away for you, but it all depends on the course and you, and just beginning it. The sooner you begin it, the more the less time it'll be, is what I'm getting. And I feel like it's more you than anything. You got to make that happen. I don't know if this is making sense, but from what I see in the cards, it just says it's going to be difficult all around. But it's possible, but it's difficult. So if you're willing to take the difficulties and use it to your advantage, yes. So it is going to be beneficial to a certain point, but it's not going to happen like right away. And this year it's a possibility, but it all depends on how like things pan out, you know? Yeah, I would say that's more of a possibility, yeah. Let me check that though. My dog's snoring out of control if you hear her in the background. She's been quiet all this time. But every now and then she snores her ass off. Like what I'm getting here all the time, Black Widow, is it's not giving me, yes, you're going to get a job. You know what it's telling me? That you have to make this happen. Like Spirit's saying in the cards here that if you do this, right, you've got to do it on your own. Like, don't be taking anybody's advice. Don't be listening to the outside world. Don't be listening to somebody else. Like if you want this for yourself, then it's possible for you to make it happen. Because I get you here and you only. So if you make the adjustment to do this 4-week course, you can find a job. But I think that you're worried about the outcome all the time. I don't know if you're like a person that worries a lot, where you don't have like that confidence, and like you might feel like, what if this doesn't work? I don't want to fail, or like you might be like, I wouldn't say paranoid, but like worried. Yeah, that's what I keep getting here. It's just I think it's all in your head. But it's telling me if you have the patience to do this, that's the only way it's gonna succeed. But you have to beware of people who want to like help you or tell you to do it a different way. Like if you want to take this 4-week course and you think that you're gonna get this done, then that's the only way it's gonna work. You can't listen to somebody else, because I'm getting that there's another person here that might say to you, "Oh well, you know what? If you do this, you got to do that." And no, 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 no. You just got to like pay attention to what you got to do. Like don't listen to anybody else. Just keep like doing what you got to do. And I just get here that you might not be happy with how life is right now, and you worry too much about how this is gonna pan out. But it's up to you. Like Spirit says, if you take the initiative, this is gonna happen. You'll get what you want. Like there's something here about adjustments and bringing it all together. Like don't start and then just give up. Like you might be a week into the course and then somebody might change your mind, or you might change your own mind. Like don't like try not to do that. If you're gonna stick to it, and then the outcome will be great. So that's what I keep getting, Black Widow. All right, Rudy, take care, sweetheart. Good seeing you. Yeah, job hunting is frustrating, but my suggestion for job hunting is to always never give up. Always keep doing until you find the right job. And another thing is the more you learn, the more you earn. That's the only way. That's the only reason why I'm successful like in my business, because I know a lot of things. Like I never said no to learning. I always wanted to learn how to paint, how to do electrical, how to do masonry, how to build a house, how to read a plan. I just never give up on trying to learn. Even on here, like when I started reading cards, I wanted to learn more about cards. I wanted to learn more about mediumship and how I'm going to develop my skill and how am I going to like, do this? How am I going to read for people and know that I'm doing the right thing? You always have to keep like learning. Yeah, life is all about learning more. And my mentality is the more you learn, the more you earn. And that's the only way you're going to survive in this world, is having multi talents. Use your talents for everything. So you got to do that. Yeah, exactly, Black Widow. You got to put yourself on a schedule and just basically like stick to it, like you said, and just like if you do this 4 week course, don't give up, even if it gets difficult. Just don't give up. And while you're doing that course, find out about applying for a job right away. Like when you go job hunting, you say, I'm taking this course right now in data analysis, and I want to do the technology part of it or whatever, right? You gotta like already apply for a job and say, look, I'm doing the course. I'm not bullshitting. Here's the paperwork. I'm in the course right now. So now that I'm in the course, when I finish, I'll be qualified to do this job. So can you please put my name down? And next thing you know, it's there right after you do it. Because some of these companies will put you in that program. You see what I'm saying? So if you're already in the program, then you're already winning. That's what the cards are saying. You gotta like make sure you don't let anything hold you back. You gotta keep like going and going. But that's my suggestion. If I was out there looking for a job or I was doing a course, I would tell the job that I want, like, look, I'm already taking the course. So like, can you put my name down? Because I want a job with you guys. And I'm gonna show you that, after this course, I'm gonna be that person that you need. And that's the only reason why I went on my own. I have my own maintenance business, but I just don't do one thing. I do everything. My first business card said Mark's Maintenance, willing to do whatever. And I should have never did that because some women thought that I was, going to give them some work and pipe. So I had to tell them, look, that's not what it meant. It's to do with work, not sexual favors. Yeah. Nah, I'm just teasing. But yeah, that's what my business card said, willing to do whatever. Because I was willing to paint, to take out trash, to power wash and get dirty. I was willing to do construction, electrical, whatever it took. I would take your fucking toilet and dismantle your house and renovate it. I don't give a fuck. I did whatever. You know? Yeah, exactly. I kept meeting at Home Depot. Yeah. I wish we had Home Depot here. Our Home Depot is called Gorms. But yeah. Yeah, if you build your portfolio Black Widow, that's good. Because then you have more more stuff. No, I never want to be lazy, that's for sure. Lazy don't get you nowhere. But I was always, if nobody ever like said, to me, oh yeah, you're gonna make it and you're gonna be great and you know what you're doing. I always had to prove myself to everybody. That's why like when people say, oh, do you know how to do this? People will call me and be like, oh, do you know how to do that? Yep. Do you know how to do this? Yep. Okay, well, I want you to do all those jobs. I don't have to call a separate person. Nope. You know how to do that? Yep. I'm gonna do the electrical. I'm gonna jackhammer the wall, put the pipe in, do whatever you have to do, and I'll patch it up. You don't have to call a mason because I know how to do it. And then after I patch it up, I'm gonna paint it. You don't have to call anybody. I'll do the whole thing. Oh, that's great. And that was one of my first ever jobs is renovating a whole house. I took all the like old electrical out and put all new electrical in. I patched it all up. I drywalled some areas. I concreted some, you know, and I just did everything. And I made thousands and thousands of dollars because I knew how to do everything. I didn't have to call nobody. Or the person didn't have to call another person. I did everything. And that's why I keep encouraging everybody. The more you do, the better it is. Just keep learning more things. Everybody's got God's given us so much free will and multi talents, but we have to utilize it. We can't just say, "Oh, what's my talent?" You have to find out what you want, what you're passionate about, what you feel like doing. You know, that's all. Miss Bikini, you too, sweetheart. We're all here for each other. When we have a bad day, we all here for each other. When we have a good day, we celebrate. Uh, you know, we just have to like stay positive. It's been a rough week for me, getting arguments with people and Now my gear shift in my car is acting up, and it's always something. But it's a test, to see if the devil wants to test us. The devil always has that three-pronged, fork ready to poke our asses, And then God's like, look, don't be tempted to like get mad. Just this shit happens. It's life. Deal with it. It's the way it is. Like I said earlier in my life, there's a year that goes by where all I get is a tune up for my car and that's it. And maybe a tire or two tires or something, and then just washing or something. But and then there's years where it's got problems. It's life. It's like us. There's years where we get COVID and we're sick as fuck, or we have an operation. And there's some years where we don't have nothing. We're perfectly fine. We don't even get sick. And then there's some years where somebody dies and it fucks your life up. And then there's other years where there's no deaths in your family and everything's hunky dory and you're fine. There's some years you go away on vacation and some years you don't. Hey, you just have to roll with how life is. And once we understand that, it makes life a lot easier to live. Like, don't think of everything as being bad. We don't have bad luck like that. All it is, it's like it's in your mind. You gotta tell your mind, hey, it always could have been worse. I had all this bad shit happen to me, but at least I don't have, cancer and I'm fucking dying over here, or at least I don't have diabetes and I gotta shoot myself up with a fucking insulin needle every day. That's a fucked up life. I'm not blind. I'm not deaf. You know what I'm saying? I have all my limbs. But like, be grateful for everything you have, because it always could be worse. All right, good night, girlie. You're welcome, sweetheart, and thank you too. I appreciate you, and good luck with the new person. Yeah, exactly, Evo. I agree. At times, it seems to be a few obstacles, and at times it seems like the whole world's coming down on you, and you want to give up. And I think that's why a lot of people take their own lives, and I think that's a lot of people like get depressed, and a lot of people like feel bad because they think that life is supposed to be perfect, and they think that why me, I'm such a good person. It doesn't matter how good you are. Life is life. It's gonna happen. If everybody's good, then why do you die? You know? If you're good, then why doesn't good things happen to you? It doesn't work that way. You could be the worst fucking person in the world and like a really bad evil person, and you can have more than somebody that's good. It's just the way life is. You have to like set your mind to a mentality of, hey, guess what? Life could be a lot worse. Mhm. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I thank the Lord every day, all day, every day. And I talk to spirit every day. I did it in my car today, to be honest. I got in my car today and I was about to go pick up. I just got off my live and I went to go pick up my nephew. He texted me and said, hey, bro, can you pick me up? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming now. So as I got in my car, from the time I left to the time I picked him up, I talked to God, talked to spirit, and I talked to all my relatives. I explained to them that, look, I've had a bad week, as you know. Nothing's, like, I'm not, blaming anybody for it. I know that life happens and, people are stupid and confrontational, and it's just life. Sometimes I don't argue forever, and sometimes I argue twice in one fucking week. It's just the way it is. And then, I was driving my car and I've got my hand on the gear stick and it's making a vibrating noise. And I'm like, please God, just let my car last till Monday when I go take it in for to get it fixed. I need my car to pick up my nephew. I need my car for transportation. I know it's the weekend. I don't really need it that much. But like, just please let me get home. That's all I ask. Something simple. And I got home, and everything was fine. And the gear shift is not that bad. I can move it and drive it. It just makes a stupid noise. So anyway, I was thanking God, thanking Spirit, and thanking my ancestors, even calling them by name and saying, thanks for doing this for me, thanks for helping me. All I did was just, show my gratitude. I didn't even ask them for nothing. All I did was just say, look, please just let me get the fuck home. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. Is to get home and make sure my car takes me home and back and I'm good. But it's I think that the more we talk out loud to them, the better life is. So, and then after that, I got into an argument with my nephew, and I was like, "Wow, see." So I could have been like, "Look, I just finished thanking God and everything, and here I am getting into an argument with my nephew and getting all mad." See, it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter, because after you thank God, it doesn't mean that He's gonna make everything perfect. You're still gonna have like shitty things happen to you, but at least He's keeping you healthy. At least He's keeping you protected. At least He's keeping you alive, so you can do the things you need to do. All right, Dan, take care, bro. Good seeing you too. There you go, Miss Bikini. That's good. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You have to, Evo. It's yeah. The more you talk to Spirit, the better. Yeah, the more you thank and the more you pray, the better your life should get. But don't believe that because you do it in a convenience way that it's gonna work out for you. Because using putting people as a convenience that's what Spirit's gonna do for you. Spirit's gonna put you in their convenience. We'll get to you when we get to you. Because you ain't been talking to me this whole fucking time. And then sometimes Spirit does something to you where they say, okay, you finally acknowledge me. So I'm going to bless you right now, but don't forget me, because if you do, I'm going to forget you. So it's only right, because you have to imagine yourself on the other side. How are you going to, how many people say, oh, when you die, people forget you? They don't give a fuck about you no more. It's true. A lot of people die and people don't care about them. And at the funeral, they're saying how great they was. Meanwhile, they was probably a fucking idiot, but or they just somebody you forget because you think they're gone. See, a lot of people don't believe in the person's spirit or they're around, but when they do, that's when they get a blessing. That's when they get a confirmation. That's when they get oh, here we go. Here it is. It's right in front of me. And after that, after your acknowledgement of them, that's when you see your life turn around. But some people don't want to go through that. See, they think it's bullshit, and they think that, oh, well, I asked Spirit last night and I haven't got nothing yet. Well, how many times you asked? How many times did you thank them? Oh, I didn't think I'd have to do that. No. So if in real life, if I ask you for a loaf of fucking bread and then a month later I ask you for one, what are you gonna do? You ain't gonna give me shit probably. So you gotta put in the work. If you believe, you shall receive. And if you receive, then you believe. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Doing good. Yeah, so that's exactly what I've been telling people forever. You have to acknowledge them. And if you're seeing all these synchronicities, just say, "Oh, thanks. I appreciate you. Telling me this and showing me that." And, all these number sequences and these synchronicities and all these signs that we get. It's all a part of the plan. But you have to, like, you can't use spirit and God as a convenience. Because there's a lot of people who, like, they get sick and they're like, oh, please, God, help me. I'm sick. I don't want to die. Please help me. And then God would be like, well, you ain't saying, you weren't talking to me when everything was cool, but you know me now. And then God would be like, you know what? Let me give this fool a miracle. And then so that way I can get a believer out of them. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't understand that until it actually happens. And that's why, like, I've never been that person. I've always, like, constantly thank God every day. And I put, like, I even said today to him, to spirit, I said, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not asking for, like, a favor, but I just want to remind you guys that I went to bat for everyone when I said I'm not taking that jab. When that shit happened, I lost a lot of people. Like, people was like, you're an idiot. You better take it. A lot of people got bashed for that shit. But look at the end result. God was the one that he was my jab. You know. Once you have that jab from God, you don't need no outside fucking shit. It's all in your mind. But see, they manipulated people to do that shit. So it made you not believe. But if you're a believer, then you don't need none of those things. Because when you're a believer in spirit or in God or in yourself, you don't need nothing that they're telling you. All you need is your belief. Your belief will overcome everything. But it's hard for people to understand that because we're mind manipulated by the people and by the government and by everyone, by your peers, your friends, your family. It's annoying. But I tell spirit, look, I'm willing to take that bashment. I'm willing to take people's criticism. I don't give a fuck. My belief in you ain't gonna stop. So when you become that person mentally, you can, like, either rub off on people and be an example, or you're gonna be the enemy forever. And I don't mind. It's cool. Because while you're like not believing, I'll be receiving. It's simple. Then you're gonna wonder why you ain't getting shit in life. Because you ain't never believed. You didn't believe from the beginning. And that's just one example, like, but there's a lot of other examples. It's just like tarot readings and psychics and stuff. There's bad ones and there's good ones. And there's some people who say, oh, I don't go to spirit. I don't talk to spirit when I read cards. It's me. Okay, well, if that's how you read, then that's how you read, then go for it. But don't bash me for believing in it. Everybody does their thing. So I feel like the people who believe in God and really mean it are the ones that are succeeding. And then God puts you on that platform and on that podium and says, here's your reward from your success and your belief. Bang. Then you either make other people believers and receivers, or you make people say, that ain't true. They're gonna still have them doubting. So it's up to you at the end of the day what you want to do. And that's just my opinion. But to each their own. Not everybody believes. Not everybody wants to believe that. So it's up to them. It ain't my problem. I stay in Marky's lane and I do what I gotta do. That's all that matters to me. I make my shit happen. All right. I need to go get my ass to bed. It's 1:30 in the morning here. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I see you guys tomorrow. And I wish you guys a great weekend. This week's flown by already. Wish you guys a good weekend. And I'll be here tomorrow at some point in time. I might be here during the day or like later on at night. So I'll see you around. But I'll be here, God willing. Yeah, absolutely, Evo. Yeah, yeah. But we got to keep dealing with it with God's strength that He gave us. That's what you got to do. All right, Hermana. Good night. Good seeing you. Good night, Miss Bikini. Good night, Evo. Good night, Kat. Marley. Love you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.